Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Oh wait.
Let's start with title.
The title is St. Lucy's Home for Girls Raised by Wolves. Okay.
Okay. Of it, so you can go ahead and start that first, and I'll finish you.
The story centers on a group of girls born to werewolf parents who are sent to St. Lucy's Home, a Catholic boarding school designed to help them assimilate into human society. The narrative follows Claudette, the middle child of the three sisters, as she navigates the challenges of adapting to a new world while retaining her sense of self.
Okay, so the story is kind of divided into 5 stages, mirroring the stages of adaptation to a new culture laid out in the epigraph, which provides a roadmap for the emotional and behavioral transformations the girls undergo, which is kind of like a lot. And then by the end of it, they're pretty cool with doing it. But Russell sets the tone in a surreal liminal space where the wilderness meets civilization. The home run by nuns is both a haven and a battleground. The imagery of polished floors and human etiquette mixed with the girls' primal instincts and wolf-like behaviors. It shows their struggles of going from wild to human lives. And some of the girls don't make it there and some of the girls do. But we were going to go into the characters next, which is you put 4, and I kind of reference some of the 4 as like, Claudette, Jeanette, the nuns, and I think I'm missing one more person. And Mirabella, obviously. And then you can talk about like some of the characters if you want.
So Claudette is the protagonist and narrator of the story. Claudette is relatable in her
Oblivious.
that word. Her internal monologue reveals her fears, desires, and gradual acceptance of her new identity. She is neither heroic or villainous in the story, but is deeply human in her flaws and contradictions.
And yeah, I think Claudette was also just like the most average of the girls. I feel like she is most normal to like what what anyone would be if they weren't the best at something, but they weren't the worst. But I didn't really like Claudette that much. Thought she was kind of boring. My favorite character was Mirabella, but
I liked Claudette.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm going to talk about is Mirabella. So you have written like the youngest sister and the least willing to adapt. Mirabella is a symbol of defiance and authenticity. Her fate serves as a poignant reminder of the cost of nonconformity. And I guess I wouldn't say I'm like Mirabella because they didn't really show her personality much, but I don't think I would have conformed that much either. But then again, I don't know. But also, I just feel like she was really misunderstood. But that's kind of like her point. And then Jeanette was the eldest and most adaptable. Jeanette represents the allure and dangers of complete assimilation. Her success comes at the price of severing ties with her past. And I also really like Jeanette too because I feel like she was also misunderstood. But I also feel like as the older sister, she just kind of felt like it was her dignity to just do what it was so that her little sisters who were able to have an opinion were able to have the opinion, which was Jeanette. And that's why I think they got along so well.
And lastly, we have the nuns, which are secondary characters to the story, who function as the agents of change, and their intentions are clouded by the lack of understanding of the girls from them being wolves, and they just lack genuine empathy towards the fact that they were raised by wolves. And
yeah, they do. And also I feel like they also have a biased opinion. I don't even think that they actually even like the girls or their lives, and so I think that based off that they didn't have the empathy and like you said understanding of what they were actually going through, nor did they really want to either. So what did you write as your important moment?
So an important moment in the story, I think the most important moment was the scene where it was like Mirabella's final act of defiance when she disrupts the ball, and it was meant to showcase the girl's success in transformation, and her actions are driven by instincts, and she was trying to protect Claudette in her actions, but then she felt betrayed by Claudette because Claudette scrutinized her for what she did, and it was creating a moment of heartbreak and you know, emotional. It shows them the emotional stakes of their journey.
Yeah, and it says another highlight is Claudette's climatic declaration of a simulation. I could almost do it. I was perilously close, which was like a line in the story. And this line encapsulates her internal struggle, capturing the tension between who she was and who she is becoming. And I also kind of just feel like she was, I don't know, I feel like that was obviously an important moment in it because it was the climax. But I also think there were like small important moments of just like some like subliminal messages, like the fact that Jeanette and Mirabella got along and Claudette didn't really like either of them, and like also just like kind of having very like specific moments on who Mirabella was, so sleeping under like Claudette's bed for like main reasons. So it's not like she didn't want to like, she didn't like her family. I just don't think she ever wanted to conform, and you know Claudette didn't like that. And then Jeanette conforming so well that she had to look out the window at night by herself and cry, and she couldn't even understand Claudette anymore when they all could. And basically, we're at the ending of this, but I wanted to kind of, me and Logan wanted to talk about comments that you guys could give us about it. So I guess there's a lot of questions that we can ask you because the story had a lot of questions like where do you think Mirabella went, or what do you think happened to her, or what do you think happened to Claudette, and I don't know.
Do you think there was a different part in the story that's more important than the ones we mentioned?
Yeah, like, because I kind of do, because, like, you know, a summary would say that was the most important, but there was a lot of important moments, I think.
Do you guys like Claudette? Because I do. She
yeah,
doesn't.
I like, it's like, do you like Mirabella? Do you like Jeanette? Like, I like the oddballs.
I like Mirabella, but Jeanette kind of made me mad.
Yeah, I see that. Honestly, I don't really like the girls that weren't mentioned, because it's like, dang, they're not unique at all. They don't have anything to do with this.
Well, that's because they weren't really a part of the story.
That's very true. I also don't like the nuns, though, either.
Oh, yeah, the nuns are horrible.
Yeah, and also, and we're gonna end this soon, but another big part to mention is, like, what do you guys as a whole think about the ending? Like, her coming in a flower dress and the picnic, her family not really recognizing her anymore, and her just saying, I'm home. How do you think that went afterwards? Because I was definitely wondering that for a while. But that's it for us.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching us.
Bye.
Bye.